Is Bitcoin finally going mainstream? Not just as a speculative investment for the wealthy, but as actual cash money. Square is rolling out Bitcoin payments to 4 million merchants worldwide. One of America's oldest burger joints, Steak 'n Shake, did 1 in every 500 Bitcoin transactions worldwide on its Bitcoin payment launch day. YouTube rival Rumble is launching a new Bitcoin-friendly wallet. And new Bitcoin circular economies are popping up faster than Starbucks branches in the 90s. We've seen this song and dance before, but this time it might actually be different. Now, a brief cautionary history on Bitcoin payments and crucially, Bitcoin payment flops. Tesla accepted Bitcoin for all of 2 heartbeats in 2021, then stopped. Why did Tesla stop accepting Bitcoin? Well, because everyone's favorite cuddly billionaire, Elon Musk, cited environmental concerns.
You are fake news.
However, studies from Cambridge University, as well as work of Daniel Batten, show that Bitcoin mining is now greener than most industries. In fact, it could be the greenest industry in the world. Microsoft, yes, billionaire Bill Gates' baby, accepted Bitcoin in 2014, then they dropped it. And Michael Dell, another billionaire, accepted Bitcoin in 2014, then also dropped it. So, it's fair to say that a lot of these "we accept Bitcoin now" are flash-in-the-pan news. Big names make big headlines, then quietly ghost us. It's like those crypto influencers from 2021 and 2022. Loud, garish, and now suddenly really into AI.
The goddamn robot's done!
But maybe, just maybe, this time is different. But here's the challenge. Using Bitcoin as actual money, like these bad boys, it's still not very fashionable, even inside the Bitcoin world. The mainstream media only tends to notice Bitcoin when there is an ETF approval, or yet another all-time high, or the following crash and Bitcoin must be dead, or more recently, when there is a Bitcoin corporate treasury announcement. Yawn, I know. And sadly, and this is my opinion of course, a big chunk of the Bitcoin crowd or the Bitcoin community, they tend to parrot this never spend your Bitcoin narrative, like it's gospel.
I spend dollars and save Bitcoin.
This chunk of the community will hodl Bitcoin until they die, and they'll never make a transaction. So the guy who bought 2 pizzas for 10,000 Bitcoin in 2010, Laszlo Hajnieks, he has actually become a meme. People act like he made a mistake, when in fact he was a legend for making the first ever Bitcoin transaction. Bitcoin has to function as money to be fully understood. Otherwise, it's just another speculative asset to be held and hoarded while we wait for someone else to use it. And a lot of companies pushing the just hodl it narrative, well, I don't think they're in this for the monetary freedom. They're in it for number go up, they're in it for fiat gains, and they're in it for Wall Street approval. I mean, Larry Fink supports this message. Come on. So the question is, can Bitcoin as money pierce through all that noise? I think we're close. And here is why. In the past month, a leading POS or point of sale device added Bitcoin payments. Now Square, run by Jack Dorsey, has about 3.2 million merchants in the United States and 4 million worldwide. Even as a backwards Brit, I see them all over the UK. They are really everywhere. Plus, Jack Dorsey shared on Nostr that this Bitcoin integration will be frictionless at first. By default, it will auto-convert to fiat, and then sellers can switch to holding Bitcoin instead if they so wish. Sidebar here, Jack Dorsey is a very, very committed Bitcoiner, and we actually have cute matching surfboards that we got in Ghana. I hope the pictures show that. And by the way, those surfboards are from the Bitcoin Akazi Township project, which of course runs on Bitcoin. It's very cool. Check it out on my channel. But the point being about Jack is that this isn't some crypto hype PR play. This is Bitcoin run by a Bitcoiner with infrastructure that reaches the main street and is backed by a real believer, not yet another billionaire grifter. Oops, sorry, Elon. Next, it looks like Bitcoin is back on the menu, boys.
Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
The next piece of news caught me completely off guard. Steak 'n Shake, this well-established burger joint in the US, is now accepting Bitcoin Lightning across loads of their stores, as well as their stores in France and Monaco and Spain. That's pretty serious.
This implementation was a global implementation. When customers choose to pay in Bitcoin instead of credit cards, we are saving about 50% in our processing fees.
50%. That's no small number. And for a fast food business, margins matter. If they're saving 50% in fees, that's a big win for them and a big win for Bitcoin too.
The day we launched Bitcoin payments at Steak 'n Shake, Steak 'n Shake accounted for 0.2% of the global Bitcoin transactions in the world.
That's a staggering percentage from a single restaurant chain. That means volume, and a lot of it.
Accepting Bitcoin just allows us to meet our customers where our customers are. We weren't seeking a marketing gimmick.
I love this line because that's always been the Bitcoin circular economy thesis. Meet people where they are, not number go up, but Bitcoin goes around.
That allowing customers to pay with Bitcoin alongside cash and credit cards puts Bitcoin on par with those other globally accepted payment methods.
Again, this feels different to the flash in the pan Bitcoin accepted here news of the past decade. This company and this CEO seems to get it because it's better for the business and therefore it's better for the customer or the consumer. This makes the case that you should now be looking to accept Bitcoin at your business. And if you're curious of how to do that, I would recommend checking out Swiss Bitcoin Pay, Blink Wallet, or BTC Pay Server. I'm not affiliated with these companies, but I've seen them in the wild and they work very, very well. Oh, and if you are UK based, then check out Musket. Musket allows you to mix fiat and Bitcoin payments at the same time within the point of sale. It's very cool. Not affiliated, just like British companies that do Bitcoin stuff. Next, Rumble is building a wallet for creators, integrating both Bitcoin and Tether. Tether is, of course, a shitcoin, but it is run by hardcore Bitcoiners. It recently took a major stake in Rumble.
And the way we see Rumble Wallet is, we see this as a very, very large opportunity to take crypto, take Bitcoin closer to the mainstream.
On top of that, Rumble already has circa 60 million active users per month. If they pull this wallet off and keep Bitcoin Lightning at the core, it could be a massive on-ramp for spending and earning in this sort of Bitcoin creator economy, which again would end up being quite circular. Plus, it empowers creators like myself to be less dependent on advertisers. Similar to the block news, this is another large infrastructure play, and it's not hype for hype's sake. Rumble is still small, 60 million active users. Yes, that's the population of the UK, but this is one of the biggest things happening in Bitcoin right now. Important to point out though, that Rumble is quite politicized. Its team runs Donald Trump's Truth Social, and some of the main characters on the Rumble platform are people like Alex Jones, Andrew Tate, and Russell Brand. Just like cringe, cringe, and cringe. These are not mainstream or normie friendly characters. So this instance of Bitcoin adoption, I'm actually quite wary of because I don't think Bitcoin should become a political instrument other than for liberation. But it's happening anyway, and yeah, I can't stop it.
Never sell your Bitcoin and so...
Bitcoin circular economies. Now this is the mainstream payments point that I am most passionate about. If you follow me or you follow my content, please hit subscribe if you haven't already, you'll know that this really gets me excited. There are real Bitcoin economies appearing all over the world at a rapid pace. The big bang of circular economies feels like it's hitting escape velocity. You can live on Bitcoin natively in Madeira. You can live on Bitcoin in Kenyan cityscapes and bushland, or in a South African township and its wealthier coastal towns. All of these places use Bitcoin as cash money. And each new dot on BTC Map tells a story. And trust me, there are stories because I've documented them for the past 4 years. It honestly feels like there is a new circular economy popping up every week. And if you want to see for yourself, then you can head to btcmap.org, check it out, and go explore. The revolution will not be televised, but it will be mapped. If you've been following me for a while, you've probably seen these super fast payment clips. That is Bitcoin, but it's also more specific to call it Bitcoin Lightning. And what is Lightning? Well, it's this sort of layer 2 that's built on top of Bitcoin that's designed to be super fast and super cheap. Because unlike the main Bitcoin network, which takes about 10 minutes to confirm a transaction, Bitcoin Lightning lets you confirm transactions near instantly with almost no fees. So it's perfect for everyday things like buying a coffee or a meal. The Lightning Network is what's making all these news items possible because Square, Steak 'n Shake, and the circular economies and Rumble, they're all using Bitcoin Lightning. Gone are the days of paying on-chain for a coffee. It just wouldn't make sense. Also, Lightning is mega private, and that's another thing that people overlook. It's much harder to trace transactions, and that's the whole point of Bitcoin, getting back your privacy as well as your sovereignty. But another key thing to note here is that Lightning is now very much picking up speed, and it's working so well. You can try it yourself by scanning this QR code provided by BitKit, which is a great non-custodial Lightning wallet. The first 10 people to scan this will get some free Bitcoin, and it's because of Lightning. So I just want to prove how easy it is to use Bitcoin Lightning. So I've gone to Bitrefill, which is a place where you can spend Bitcoin Lightning very easily. And I'm going to type in Amazon. I'm based in Portugal, but we'll use a Spanish gift card. It doesn't matter. And I'm going to buy a 10 euro gift card. Okay. So I go to checkout. What I've done now on my phone is I'm going to open up BitKit, which is my Lightning wallet of choice. I'm going to pay in Lightning. You can see there that it is 0.0. What's that? No, it's 10,641 Bitcoins. Or sats. I'm just triggering people, I'm sorry. So I'm going to scan this QR code. You might have seen me do this before on other videos. It's very easy to do. So this opens up the camera app thing. It's paying immediately. And you can see that it is already paid on here. You can see that the gift card has appeared. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do click to unseal, and whoever watches this can have this free gift card. There you go. So then, if you do get this gift card, please could you comment just to show that you took it and enjoy spending 10 euros at Amazon. But the point is that Bitcoin works. It's real, it's fast, and it is very usable. So we have burgers, video apps, local communities, and this very popular payments terminal. This is what's making Bitcoin popular as cash money nowadays. Now, I've been following Bitcoin for 7 or 8 years now, and for the first time in quite a long time, I can feel a current. Maybe even it's a changing tide. I mean, Bitcoin has long been a fringe issue battered away by the mainstream media. And yet here we have so many really interesting and quite normie-friendly mainstream media talking points. So maybe it's time for the mainstream to take Bitcoin seriously. Maybe it's time for an apology. Or maybe we should just be like, I told you so. So the question is, would you spend your Bitcoin? Because personally, I feel that if you haven't spent your Bitcoin, you just don't know what it feels like. You're not truly part of this wonderful, quiet revolution. Obviously, please replace the Bitcoin that you spend with fiat, or ideally earn Bitcoin, because we all know where Bitcoin is going long term. Not financial advice. And we all know where fiat's going. Oh crap, I've got to pick that up. Please hit like and subscribe and let me know your thoughts. Cheers.